My horrifying experience when I broke into a home. Part 2. Locks of hair tied into little knots, floating in some kind of liquid. And not just hair, other things. Fingernails, teeth, eyeballs. I stumbled back, my heart slamming in my chest. My hand knocked into something on the table, sending it clattering to the floor. It was a book. I bent down to pick it up, my hands trembling as I flipped it open. It was an album. The first photo was of a woman, mid-20s, smiling into the camera. The next page showed her again, but this time her smile was gone. Her eyes were wide, filled with terror, and her hands were bound behind her back. The third photo, she was dead. The life drained from her face, her skin pale, her mouth frozen in a final silent scream, and the same thing repeated over and over with each time. The victim being a different person. I slammed the album shut, bile rising in my throat. At that moment, I realized of all the houses I had at my disposal, I picked one that belonged to a serial killer, and then I heard something that made the hair at the back of my neck stand on end. A soft whimper, faint but unmistakable. I turned, sweeping the room with my flashlight, and froze. In the far corner, strapped to a metal chair, was a woman. Her wrists and ankles were bound and duct tape gagged her mouth. Her eyes, wide and terrified, locked onto mine. She was alive. I rushed to her, ripping the tape from her mouth. She gasped, trembling, tears streaking down her cheeks. "Please, help me," she rasped, her voice barely a whisper. "He's coming back." Ice filled my veins. I fumbled with the ropes binding her, my hands shaking so badly that they kept slipping. Her eyes darted toward the stairs, terror creeping into me, spreading like wildfire. We had seconds, maybe. Then we heard it. Not footsteps, but the quiet hum of a nearby TV screen flickering on. It showed grainy footage from cameras inside the house. Each room, each window. One by one, we watched as the windows sealed themselves. Thick metal slabs sliding into place with a heavy finality. Doors slammed shut and locked, as if triggered by some automated system. Slam, slam, slam. Everything was locking down, as if a failsafe had been activated. We were trapped. Panic clawed at my throat. I spun around, my flashlight flickering just as the sound of footsteps echoed from the stairs. "No, no, no," I whispered, backing away. Then he appeared. The man who clicked those dreadful photos. The homeowner. He stood at the foot of the stairs, calm as death, with a look of twisted amusement. His eyes flicked between me and the woman, as if deciding who to kill first. In his hand, he held a long, gleaming knife. "You're not supposed to be here," he said, his voice low and almost disappointed.
Like the story? Like, comment and share it for the next part.